Welcome back to another week
of Just Weirdly Blended.
This is Tom.
And I'm Jesse.
Today is Friday, November 12th, 2021.
Right.
And we're having a great time tonight.
It is. It's been a good week.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad. Yesterday was Veterans Day.
Thank you to the vets.
Thank you to the vets. Let's give a 3-gun salute to all the veterans out there.
Yeah, thank you, sirs.
Yeah.
And ma'am.
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be America.
We wouldn't be podcasting.
We wouldn't be podcasting. We'd be Germans.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Or Vietnamese. Think about that.
Or Japanese, which would be kind of cool.
Or Japanese. Now, which kind of Japanese, though? World War II Japanese or modern Japanese?
I'd like to be modern because they have some cool shit.
Ancient Japanese would have been cool.
Oh, samurai?
Samurai.
Dude, I would be a samurai in a heart.
Yeah.
JJ has like a fake sword.
Yeah.
That's a samurai sword that I just always fuck with.
Sheath and unsheath it.
I do. I do this whole little...
Yeah.
Then I'll cut them up.
Yeah. It was a very honorable group, but not paled in comparison to the American veteran. So we thank you all very much.
Thank you. Yeah, one of my technicians is a veteran.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a cousin who's a veteran.
Yep, same.
Yeah. A few people in my life who are veterans, and
I had a couple cousins. I have some friends that I know that are veterans. But yeah, my tech, he was, do we get the day off? I'm like, nope.
Thank you, but no thank you. You're going to work.
Yeah. He asked me the day before, I think. I'm like, I wish we had the day off. But like, oh, that's kind of a punch in the gut. I'm like,
right.
Yeah, I agree. I've always thought it was a weird. He's like, I'd rather have Veterans Day off than Labor Day.
Like, we work though. So, I mean, we get that holiday for working.
I know.
They just went to war for our country.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all that they sacrificed.
What? Not a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Some made the
only their life.
Right. Oh, well. Anyway, to those of you that got to celebrate Veterans Day, you earned it. I hope everybody at least thought about something veteran related on that day when you're home.
Yeah, for sure. JJ, speaking of Veterans Day, so JJ, I always would joke around like he's like this, because he's like an old soul.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and Alicia would say like he must have been like, because he used to had this obsession with planes, and he would talk about this past life thing.
I remember you telling me.
And he was a kid, but I mean, he's still a kid, obviously. But like he was smaller, and we would always just like wonder if he was like in the military or something. And then yesterday he was playing "I'm Proud to Be an American."
Mm-hmm.
He was playing it's with the original singer. I cannot remember the guy's name.
The country kind of.
Yeah,
"'Cause I'm proud to be an American."
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So I don't remember who sang that either, but
so he was listening to that song, but it was the original singer, but then it was vets, like or active military maybe. And it was all a cappella.
Oh wow.
But he like loves that song. He was just playing it last week.
But did he have like a single tear and he's out in the yard looking at the flag
JJ was like
salute going?
He was like, so when he was listening to it last week or whatever, because they heard it in music class, and he just loves that song.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that song. When I was in grade school, we had, because I used to have to do these like country line dances and shit when I was a kid, like all through first through fifth grade at school.
That was something that happened in the Tri-Cities and in Las Vegas, I think.
Yeah. In Vegas is what I had to do.
Yeah.
But one of the things we did this, we got in a circle and had a flag. We did something weird, I can remember. But we did it to that song.
Really?
And so when he was listening to it, I was like, oh, that brings back memories, you know?
Wow.
Because I, to this day, know that song by heart. But he was like, Papa, I don't know why. This song just kind of makes me sad. I just feel so sad. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's a good song.
It's about sacrifice for your country.
That's what I was telling him. And so he played that. He goes, well, since it's Veterans Day, I'm going to play this.
Yeah.
So that's why he was playing it.
You know, we learned when I was a kid, speaking of the line dancing, we learned something. Ours was very sentimental, a very heartfelt song called "The Boot Scootin' Boogie."
Oh yeah, the Boot Scootin' Boogie.
The Boot Scootin' Boogie,
dude.
Yeah, we were cowboys back then,
dude. The only time I ever wore a bolo tie was when we would have those.
Oh yeah,
I had this bolo tie.
We had to borrow clothes from people.
That's what I had to do.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Dude, it was crazy because I remember we'd have to do like square dancing.
Yeah.
And then there was like a swing.
See, middle school was square dancing.
See,
we never did swing. We never did swing.
Well, no, by the time I hit middle school, I left Vegas and I was still in mid seventh grade.
Yeah.
But even in middle school, we didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
It was just grade school for whatever reason. I just always thought it's funny. I wonder to this day if they still do that.
Yeah, they do.
Do they do it here in the Tri-Cities?
They at least did back when I was a para educator a few years back. Is it just certain
schools?
I think it's a middle school thing. I think it's part of the PE curriculum. I don't know. When I was there, when I was actually in middle school,
to square dance.
Hey, how are you gonna get a girl if you can't square dance, son? Come on.
Yeah.
Procreation demands it. You have to square dance. If you don't know how to do-si-do, the lady folk won't like you.
If you can't do-si-do, you gotta go.
And we all promenade with our sweet-corner maid. Did you ever do that song?
No.
Oh, Johnny boy.
Dude, no, like
I'll never forget that
song.
one.
I just know they were old.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking.
We did Bad Leroy Brown.
We're talking the '80s when I'm doing this, early '90s. Late '80s, early '90s.
So you were dancing to like a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah, some fucking George Strait.
Yeah,
Randy Travis.
Oh, Randy Travis.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love country. I grew up listening.
I like Randy Travis. That song.
I didn't know his health wasn't that great.
Well, he's probably pretty old now.
He's pretty old, but I just seen someone brought him up on stage.
Didn't he?
And I was like, what is his name? Kane Brown or?
Oh yeah.
He's like he's a country singer, but he looks.
He's younger now, or like
he's
a young guy coming up.
Yeah, he's very
country
hip.
world.
Girls love the guy.
Yeah,
like he does not look like a country singer.
Yeah,
but
he's African American.
He is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen him.
Fucking amazing voice.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I have seen him. Yeah.
Very handsome guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see why the girls like him.
Yeah.
But I think it's Kane Brown. I think that's his name.
I'm trying to think of the name of that song that Randy Travis sang. I loved it when I was young. It was like popular when we were kids. It was oh man.
Oh,
you think that I'm wild and I'm free?
Yeah,
that song?
Yeah. That's a good song though.
It's a great song.
That's the whole
super loving. It's a great. He's like this wild guy that wants to settle down for this girl. I'm gonna love you forever.
I'm gonna love you forever.
Yeah,
I can't sing for shit.
Amen.
Yeah.
For as long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. How about a great line?
That's good.
Oh yeah.
They don't ride them like they used to.
They don't ride them like they used to.
Yeah. He said
we have WAP today.
WAP.
They had I'm gonna love you forever. I mean, even like country music was better.
Macaroni and pop. That's a WAP.
Yeah, if you.
So, do you think she just meant to say rap? But
I think so. I think that when she said the WAP, it comes out of the WAP.
Oh, it's a WAP.
That's a WAP, folks. She watched too many cartoons as a kid. Oh, that's a WAP.
You waffly wap it.
You waffly wap it.
I can't even. You know what? I had issues with my R's when I was a little kid.
Yeah,
I had to take speech class.
Did you?
In grade school, through grade school, yeah.
Yeah.
I Wabbit and
I didn't have to, but I had to stay in and do other like math help classes and shit.
I was good with math.
Oh, not high.
I was good with school. I just didn't speak well. I was an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. I
really tried, but it wouldn't come out right.
Yeah, that's white.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, even to this day, sometimes I'll end up saying something a little off.
Yeah.
And it could be because of that.
I hear you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very common for kids to have speech problems,
Yeah, well, was it Elena? She had like a little thing
when she was young.
When she was younger.
Yeah, that was almost the only thing that kept her out of starting kindergarten early, but they let her in.
Well, good thing.
And luckily, and she didn't even need speech therapy in the end.
I think. Well, you know what was cool? So when she was growing up around the kids,
yeah,
like Leo, even Sadia, but Leo would always tell her like, you put your
To
tongue up here.
enunciate, yeah.
Put your tongue here and say this and say it like this.
Yeah,
you know?
she was so cute though.
She's
Let me get the candy. She would talk like so bubbly in her voice.
Well, then when she's like apparently making me a Catholic, I'm gonna make my daddy a Catholic. Oh my god! I seen the video like Blanca posted, and I was like, "Oh man, almost makes you want to cry."
She was.
Where do those days go?
I don't know.
As a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Your kids one day. I seen this video. In this video, I think it's because it's as a parent.
Yeah.
He goes to his baby. They're like saying this is how it is. Goes to his baby, and when he picks his baby up, baby's bigger. And just in that short second, it fucking made me sad because it's like, that's so true. It's like,
well, and it seems like some of the most stressful times of your life are when your kids are little.
Yeah.
So you don't really have the time to enjoy it.
Well, and then if you're a new parent.
Yeah. You have the stress of just being the parent. And then you have like, you're kind of you're at that age where you're getting established in a career and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's just like a multitude. You're buying a house, you're buying cars, you're dealing with financial
if you have other
stress.
Kids, you got more. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot going on. And then you wake up one day and it's like, oh crap, they're older.
Yeah, that's how it feels right now.
Think about someday they'll be bigger kids, and then it's like, whoa, shit, they're bigger kids now. Wow.
And I think that's what makes like some grandparents where they love the baby so much.
Yeah,
because it's like
I don't
have the responsibility no more.
They have the time to cherish it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude, bring your babies over.
Well, how many people aren't going to retire and then they have a grandkid and they're like, yeah, I think I'm done. you know, so if you have the luxury to do that.
Alicia was just talking about because she always says, wait. You didn't want to give me another baby, but we're both 40. Yeah. I'm 41, she's 40. And it's like, we were just talking yesterday.
Who wants that?
Yeah, she's like, really. I know we joke, but God, how stressful would it be if that happened?
Could you imagine starting all over again?
She's like, I'm 40 years old.
Yeah.
I don't want that,
well, do the math.
True.
I mean, like.
No, my goal was I did not want to have any kids past a certain age, which was 35. That's my cutoff.
Yeah.
I didn't care who I was with or if I was single, and then I ended up meeting someone at 34. 35, that was going to be my I don't want. And it's because I don't want to raise a kid while I'm fucking 70 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want a little kid that needs you to run around with them and you're like,
I'm already like that now.
Yeah, right. I'm already a lazy piece of shit.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, right. Leave me alone.
No, I'm busy with other shit.
Yeah.
No. I'll still
you're not a priority, son.
Yeah, sorry. Go play with your mother.
Get out of my face, kid.
Yeah. Can't you see I'm doing nothing?
Don't you have a friend you can play with? Come on.
That's how it is.
Watching football, kid.
All right.
Although I will admit there have been times where Elliot's like, you didn't play with me. I'm like, well, buddy, you didn't ask me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You chose to watch TV instead. I didn't remind you that you wanted to play with me. But
and I think we're all guilty of that, where it's like,
there's times.
You probably should, but at the same time, you're like,
I better just leave it alone.
Yeah. It's really tough when it's just like when it's the weekends, it's just JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the girls ever go to their dad's, and then if Elaine is here, JJ's like bored out of something.
Well, there's nothing really to do.
I'm so bored. I'm like, okay. So I'll play with him. Sometimes we'll play Minecraft or something. But I'm still guilty of not like putting that time in. And I think a lot of guys, a lot of just parents and moms, dads, whatever, we're all guilty of that.
Yeah.
Where we don't make the time when we should.
Right.
At times anyway.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Sun's right there at the window. At the window.
Did the slow walk away.
Yeah, the kids always spend the night. But
almost didn't happen tonight.
No, like he was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, just let me know. And then he never came out. So I was like, well, I'm out. And so, but
again, sometimes you just don't remind them. You just walk out the door.
I just let. I was like, all right, he was playing. I didn't want to like ruin that. They were all
they're having a good time.
And I didn't know if he went downstairs or not. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, anyway. So when I went back, because we got this new alien head right here, guys. Goodwill. Shout out to Goodwill. I seen it, or my wife actually seen it, and then I was like, "Ooh, I want that," because I like aliens anyway. I'm like, I like the ancient aliens and all that shit.
Some History Channel.
What? If there's something I'm gonna believe in, it's gonna be aliens.
It's goddamn aliens.
I swear to you, it is.
Yeah.
But I went back to grab that, and then I guess JJ had just came out and asked, "Is Dad here?"
Because he saw the.
He wanted to go.
Oh! We're back at your house.
Yeah,
gotcha. I was still with the alien.
No.
I was still walking around Goodwill.
Yeah. So she was like, JJ just came out, and I'm like, well, I'll just tell him.
Yeah.
So I just said, hey, if you want to go, get your stuff ready.
And then an hour later.
And then we had an issue. He couldn't find his little backpack. He has this little Minecraft backpack.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts.
Yeah.
I told you already. It's like pet peeve.
Yeah.
Times a million when kids can't find stuff.
Sometimes you feel like
to yourself.
With the kids, yeah.
And like, just like you said with the remote.
Oh, the remote.
So the living room remote is usually fine. We can find that. Mm-hmm. It's when it's his. So before bed, not right before bed, but we'll allow, 8:30, it's lights off, lights out. Yeah. Prison style, lights out.
You just pull like the main power.
Yeah.
And everything goes dark.
Yeah, I have sound effects and everything in the house. Even when I shut the door, it sounds like a cell. But so we allow some TV time, put your timer on, and so sometimes he's guilty of not. But anyway, when we're going to get that already, there's times he can't find the remote, and it drives me freaking nuts.
There's a simple solution.
I'm like, you need to put this back where every same spot.
I always just say put it on a fucking table. Like,
he doesn't even have
just a table.
He has his little dresser he can put it on, or he has somewhere on his bed. He
find
can put
a spot. No, they can't. They turn something on and it's like on the ground. It's always shoved in the worst cushion.
Dude, one time I found it under the bed somewhere.
Yeah, how?
It was in his hamper once.
You're just like, how?
Yeah.
How? Like, you had to try to lose this in order to lose it.
And I can see, because kids are very TV's on and they're just like,
I know.
Like this. And then all of a sudden they're like,
yeah. Right.
They just drop it and you're like,
they do a mic drop moment without realizing they're doing
where they did this moment.
Oh, it is my kryptonite. I lose it so bad. I can't hold it together. I am not a good dad when it comes to the remote. I just lose my absolute mind.
I don't.
Elena last weekend, she could tell that the remote was lost, and she heard me down there, like, making my comments about the lost remote, and Blanca said she just started walking around cleaning stuff up. She just knew I was going to be on like a rampage,
so she was looking for it.
So she was like, oh no, she was just like any other thing I might get pissed about, because usually it snowballs. Like, it's the remote, and then it's the fucking glasses all over, and nobody can do that laundry, and then before long you're just like a raving lunatic running around the house. So I just lose it over that kind of stuff. But
oh, dude,
try not to. Not the best thing. I don't encourage you to do it, but it's a trigger.
If there's anybody out there that says that, oh, I don't do this, right? And they think they're perfect, they're full of shit.
Come on,
they're full of shit.
I call flat out lose my mind over the remote.
There's certain things we all like. Sometimes we just have those days where me and Alicia went for a walk the other day, and she was just like, oh, I needed this. Yesterday we went for a walk.
Oh, nice. Did you do the long one that we did last weekend?
No, because I did it on my lunch.
Oh, okay. So you had to get back.
So quicker. We did that one we did, but instead we cut in through the school.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
still,
I
a nice
just did it
walk.
on my lunch. It was nice.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, I needed that. She was feeling stressed. Yeah. She's like, I don't know why. It's just, I just could feel myself.
You got to get those endorphins running.
You get to that point sometimes where you just feel like you're going to blow up.
Yes.
And that's
like the chest pressure.
Yeah. So we going for the walk was like perfect. But we're all guilty of that. I've done it.
There are probably a few people out there that don't lose their minds over things, but
I don't.
You're a very well-adjusted person. We all have weaknesses. Most of us have triggers.
Everybody has a trigger.
You just have to know what your triggers are and don't cross certain lines with those triggers.
Well, you know how you know your triggers and know how to control them? It's because you blew up one day and you're like, oh, I guess that's a trigger. I better try to control that.
Oh, it's hard to do.
Some people
that remote, I just cannot. Oh, see, that's the thing. I think the more you give in to the triggers, the more everything becomes a trigger.
Yeah,
like you have to be very careful with controlling those triggers because,
and that's where I'm at. I think I'm pretty good at controlling.
Yeah.
Certain things will annoy me, but I'm like,
yeah,
I can just like, okay, whatever. You know, I don't care.
Yeah.
But
Right.
But like you said, that
But the fucking remote. It's a goddamn kryptonite.
Just
I'm
can't.
telling you.
But then, like you said, that snowball effect.
Well, and I start off. It's just like, I mean, like, have you ever watched Bill Burr? I feel like one of his like character people that he always like mimics in the way that I go about it. It starts off with some snarky comment and then quickly snowballs into just me like screaming obscenities about the fucking remote. And then I was like,
damn.
Apparently nobody else cares about the TV because we don't have a remote. Without the remote, we can't use the TV, can we?
I might as well just throw this TV in the garbage.
Elliot's like, I'm like, yeah, you want to cry? Me too, because there's no fucking remote. It's
you know
like,
those games you like to play? Can't play them because there ain't no
seriously.
remote.
And I'm like, well, I guess there's no Xbox now because you don't have a remote.
Because we're too lazy to turn the TV on by our hands.
Because guess what? That table right there, you could have put it on. You didn't, and now it's lost. We're never going to find it, ever. And they never look. The thing about kids,
actually losing the remote?
Myself,
I've lost it.
I don't think so because I am good at putting it on the fucking table.
So
but
I put stuff in. There's certain areas I like to put stuff.
Yeah,
but sometimes I'll forget which place. And so when I can't find it, then I get annoyed.
Yeah,
but it's not like I'm annoyed at.
But
anybody.
At least it's your house.
I look in the mirror. Oh yeah, you want that fucking remote? You know what you did?
Yeah. Do you ever get? I know. Like seriously, I was cleaning the pool. I think I talked about this last week about losing my mind over the pool. I was like screaming at the sky. I have not flipped out like that. I was like, God fucking hates me every time I throw because like I would throw
the leaves.
I would throw the leaves, and then a gust of wind would come, and they'd fly right back at me and into the pool. It was
God, just
probably comical, but I'm like, God fucking hates me. Apparently, the universe is just completely against me over a pool. Like, if there is God and the universe has any kind of like logic, it gives a shit about me and my pool.
It's like
it was like. Finally, I like laughed.
Laughing.
I did. I just like laughed at the. I was like, okay, dude, you need to either stop or just chill out. Finally, I just went. I was very stressed because we spent a lot of money on this pool, and the equipment wasn't working right because there was so many leaves it was backing up.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, my brain went to like clean it out, skim it out, not just shut off the power to the whole thing. Yeah. Like, and so finally I'm like, oh, just shut off.
Well, because you're in that moment and you need that breather moment where you're like,
and it was really windy. And we've talked about the wind here.
It's crazy.
The freaking literal windy city here. And
he talked about that last week about the leaves. A couple days ago it was windy as
all the leaves came back. I spent all last Saturday on leaves or Sunday, one of the days.
But you know what you got to think? How many more leaves would there be?
See, that's it. Last year, I didn't start early enough, and I had so many leaves that by the end of winter, I had dead spots on my grass, which this year doesn't matter because all the grass died, but that's another story.
I'm just glad I have those bushes in front.
Yeah.
Like as a fence.
The barrier to keep all the leaves out.
Bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so it'll keep them out, but it builds up right there in the front, and then it'll
shoot around to your back,
and then it'll go all down our driveway.
Yep.
And collect along that fence I kind of tore out.
All of ours does kind of the same thing. It collects right in front of our garage door.
Yeah, and mine will end up over there. And so I got to remember to close my garage door.
Yes, me too, because they're all over the garage. And I used to try to like blow them out towards the road, but any kind of breeze, like not to get rid of them that way, but I'd usually blow them out into the yard. Well, they all blow back. If
I know. Mine would just blow right back too.
Right, that's it. So I have
back to my neighbor.
Them, but I would try to blow them away from the house thinking that it was better. Now I've just learned just blow them all towards the garage because they're all going to go there anyway.
Oh,
and then and it is actually really easy to rake on concrete.
Oh,
if you've ever used a rake on concrete,
right?
I mean, it's awesome. It's way better than the broom.
Oh, I bet. But I mean, like, it's kind of a smart idea too to blow them against the garage door.
Yeah, right.
Because now you got this barrier and then scoop them up.
And then you scoop them up. And I use a snow shovel to lift them up. Or we have one of those like crane-looking dog pooper scoopers.
Okay.
When they're kind of wet.
Oh yeah.
I just shove it in and get a whole.
I use
big
a shovel, flat shovel.
Yeah, you can use that too. Bullnose shovel. Yeah,
that's what I would use one. When they collect along just down, like where my irrigation pump is, down the fence, and I just scoop and throw in my garbage can. But
yeah,
but luckily So I hate that I get the leaves, but luckily the leaves I get are like these small ones.
Small ones, yeah.
And I don't get them as crazy as you probably do because you got a lot of trees.
We have a ton of trees. The neighbors have, and I love the trees. Like they're worth having.
I kind of miss our tree.
Man, the leaves suck.
But, leaves suck.
But
leaves
you know, if
the tree didn't do the leaves, then it would die. So that's okay.
Yeah, freaking
whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, those are a few things.
Triggers.
Lose my kryptonite is anything that annoys me, which is most things.
No, I don't know. Yeah. Like, we were talking about. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or off air, but anyway, like giving the kids chores to do and stuff. You were gonna have the kids help you with the leaves.
Yes, which did not happen, but yes, we were going to have. Them
and so I remember. You were telling me that because it was after we all walked. Me, you, and Blanca went for a walk. Me, you, Blanca, and Alicia went for that walk. And you were like, "Yeah, have them help." And then I was like, "Well, I like doing stuff by myself," which it's true. I like to do stuff because it's more relaxing for me.
Kind of nice.
I throw on music and I just do my thing.
It wasn't too bad. By the end of the day, though, it was a lot of leaves. So my back was hurting
because we took off.
Yeah, it was 11 bags of leaves.
When we were coming back from the store, I saw all your leaves right there, and I was like, "Dang
11 bags in one day," and that was the third time I had raked leaves this year.
Screw that.
So there'll be another 11 bags here soon. But then it should be about done.
One thing that because I was telling Alicia, like, yeah, Tom's gonna have the kids. She's like, well, she was like, oh no, that's good. They need to, kids need that, which it is. Because we usually have our kids do chores,
which is good. We keep trying to do it.
Well, it's good, but I've been home working, and so what I tend to do, I'm home. I need a break from work sometimes,
so
I get up, and so I like to clean the kitchen. That's my thing. I like doing dishes. It's just like my serenity in a way.
Huh.
Just get the kitchen clean. And so there's never dishes. So when the kids get home, there's nothing to clean. And so for me, it's always like, do your homework. That's for me.
Number
focus on your
one job is getting educated.
Because like for me, the way when I grew up, it was like, it always, and it could have been the other way. But the way I viewed it was the house needed to be clean. And so I hardly ever fucking did my homework.
The house mattered more than your home.
Yeah, that's how it seemed, because I would get in trouble if stuff wasn't clean or whatever, if my brother and sister didn't clean. So for me, I have this focus now. It's like, no, don't worry, like the house, the house is fine. But then Alicia is like, well, no, the kids need it. I don't want them to be lazy. And I'm like, it makes sense. So even though I'm still cleaning, like the other day, I'm like, okay, you guys are gonna start doing chores again. It might not be as intense as it was, but I need you to vacuum the living room. Like Elena, I was like, I need you to sweep them off the floor. That's your chore. JJ, you got the bathroom.
Nice.
So I need to get them in that habit.
They do have to learn those skills.
They do.
Because otherwise, when they grow up, they have no idea how to take care of their own house.
Well, I think of that, and it's just a responsibility that teaches them
respect
in the long run.
And knowing, because I get so frustrated because I feel like my head goes to the place of like, am I the only one that realizes this stuff has to be done? And it's like, the kids really don't realize it because they never have to deal with it when it gets all screwed up. So,
but let's see how it is when we don't.
It's your job to clean.
Well, if we don't, and it just piles up. But that's the thing. Stuff like in the kitchen, if it starts piling up, I can't
deal with it.
I can't.
Or you have to let it.
Like in the mornings, like on the weekends, the first thing I'll do is I'll clean the kitchen every time.
Blanca and I are like that. Yep.
If I don't clean it at night before bed, I'll clean it in the morning. And that way, then if I'm going to cook like breakfast or something,
then it's ready to go.
Like it's done. Like last night, I just cleaned the kitchen before bed. So I was like, okay, I told Alicia the kitchen's clean. So when you wake up in the morning,
don't fuck it up.
It's gonna be clean. So if there's any dishes, we know it's not us.
Yeah.
So the kitchen's not clean.
Yeah.
So we know it's the kids.
Yeah.
The kids are dirty though, man.
They are awful.
They take cups downstairs.
And they leave them. And bowls downstairs, and they leave them. And boxes of food downstairs, and they leave them.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not just my kids either.
No. And you heard the story. I was looking for that ice.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened to it?
No.
Elena put paint water in it and then dropped a battery in it to see what would happen.
Oh.
I was like, okay, honey. And that's why I called her and was like, honey, if you want to do experiments, like I know that you're a curious kid and that's great. We want you to be, but like we will buy you things for that.
I can just give you a plastic bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you take my thing that you know I use and that I like.
Did you find both of them?
So I think there were only 2, right?
I think so. I don't remember.
I thought that there were 3 for some reason.
I don't know.
But I only have 2 now. God only knows if there was a third one, what happened to it. But I was just like, I just told her, I'm like, it hurts my feelings when you use my stuff and just ruin it.
Yeah,
because it's like, it's not yours to ruin.
Yeah,
like,
let me ruin it.
You understand that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like I know she likes the ice, and then it's just there, and then she gets in the mindset of like, I wonder what this would be. And I love the curiosity. I don't want to ruin the curiosity, but it's like, I have a real thing about people just like destroying stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was raised with a grandmother.
A grandmother.
She went through the depression. My grandpa Luigi, Grandma Marina. Anyway, she she taught us a lot about respecting what you have, because you never know if you will always have it or not. And so I
it's just respect thing. It's a respect thing in general. Just like if it's not yours, respect it. Even at home, I know Ziana, she's very crafty kid, so she they do the same stuff. Elena does the same stuff at home. Like she just got an egg, and I'm like, "What are you doing with that egg?" Oh, I just want to test something.
I'm just gonna slam it.
And
against
so for me,
wall.
usually I'm like, "No, I'll put it back." But I was like, whatever. I don't care. It's an egg,
right?
12 cents, whatever.
Yeah.
She put it in water. And she wants to see what happens.
There was some video or something.
Yeah. So she's doing something with with the egg yolk or with the white. I don't know. So I was just like, all right, here's, she used a cup that's garbage anyway.
Right. See, and that's the thing. Like, I don't mind that. It's just like, it's my fucking ice thing that you got me for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a Christmas present.
I got an emotional attachment to that. My brother gave that to me.
No, right?
And those are bomb ass ice cubes. Those are like spheres.
Those are cool.
Golf ball sphere ice cubes. They're awesome.
I've used those ones you've gotten me.
What'd you think? You like them?
Oh yeah. And then I quit drinking for a while. So.
Well, but they're great for ice water too.
Yeah,
it takes them longer to melt away.
Yeah. It's like, because I started drinking that bottle a lot, so
Yeah, I hear you.
So I had to cut back on the liquor.
Yep.
But it's all good.
Hey, you're keeping yourself healthy. That's what's important.
Gotta giving the liver a rest. I was getting a little. I think I was drinking a little too much there for a minute. So.
I've had periods like that in my life. Right now, I've got kind of a good medium going.
Yeah.
I drink enough that it's like the doctor would say, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I probably was. Yeah, no, I was getting alcoholic there for a minute.
I had a period of time I was very stressed, and I was drinking a couple drinks a day.
Yeah.
And
I was
every day.
I was like, ooh, some whiskey. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, here. And I was drunk, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to get drunk.
What the hell happened?
Well, no, that's what it is too, because it's like, I don't feel drunk, so let me keep drinking instead of like drinking and just waiting.
You and I are the same way. Like
I need to wait.
If we do too much in too short a period of time, all of a sudden our brains I kind of like doing a handoff to our subconscious, and it's like, don't worry, brother, I'll take it from here.
I got you.
She's like, you just relax, you go to bed, I got it from here, and then we just start fast pouring.
And then that guy, he's not a very good guy. Sometimes,
face it, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
on both of our accounts.
We're not like abusers or anything. No, but we're just idiots. Come on, a few podcasts ago, I was licking and deep throwing this. The other guy was deep throating the microphone.
Hey, maybe he was sexy.
Like,
nobody knows. Putting the condom on it.
Which brings me up with just
good times, though.
Letting you guys know, and this could go for women too, but men in general.
We know the male perspective.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I think men. I think we've talked about this, but I just kind of want to bring it up again. It's like, it's okay to like feel vulnerable. Really, that's like a hard thing. You know what I mean?
Well, just know if the only emotion you show is anger, guess where that comes from?
Yeah. From holding it,
feeling vulnerable and being pissed off about it.
Yeah. So it's okay to like, I think in today's society, it's getting better. I mean, before, guys had to be strong. And bro, well, I think you can't show emotion.
There's a way to be vulnerable without being
there's a way you can
weak, but
I think men should be allowed to show their emotions. We're not saying like go crazy and beat women or beat men or do anything like that. But like, it's okay to like, you're gonna have a shitty day. It's okay to like fucking take a shower and cry, whatever. You know, like there's times I've felt sad for I don't know whatever fucking reason. And normally I'm not a very emotional like I don't express my emotions very much.
Yeah.
But I'll listen to a song, and for whatever reason, that song just pulls at the strings, and I'm like, I start crying.
See?
You know, or I don't cry like sob, but I'm like tears will come down. I'm like, fuck. But no, I think just guys, you just need to know it's cool to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel emotion. I think it's normal for you to feel that way.
Well, everybody feels it. You just learn how to let it out. How to deal with it.
It's okay
you
to
know, like I don't cry a lot. Like even if I'm sad, I don't really cry. I just get kind of depressive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I have a little bit of an emotional block myself there.
Yeah.
I can cry if like somebody I love passes away. I'll cry a few times.
Yep.
And then I typically kind of can't. And sometimes I wonder, like, is there something wrong with me that I can't cry?
Well, no, I think I've told you that where I feel like weird like that. Like,
am I a normal human being?
Am I a sociopath?
Am I Dexter?
I don't feel emotion.
Yeah. I can't see myself killing somebody, but
well, no, but like,
but no, I mean, it's like, I think we are conditioned to not show certain emotions.
Yeah. Or
like,
to hold it in.
Rage is my easiest emotion to show, but the fact of the matter is, whether you're bawling or yelling, aren't you basically doing the same thing? You're releasing that emotion, that tension.
Yeah, and I think that's where it's good to like sometimes actually talk about it. Or
that's one thing that I've learned is like,
because bawling it in. I don't know about you. Like I grew up, traumatic anything happened, I just it stayed inside until one day it couldn't hold in, and then I'm fucking just
losing it. Yeah,
over whatever reason.
I got to the point like I didn't have words. Even my therapist is like, "You're a fucking idiot. Like you can't. Like it's not that hard to talk." And like, okay, it is hard to talk. I don't even know what to say.
Well,
I would just stumble over myself. I mean, because like you have to learn how to let that emotion out.
Well, if you've never
put words to it.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you've never done it before, like, how do you know how to do that? It's just like with kids.
I would second guess how I felt. It's almost like I don't have a right to feel these ways or whatever.
Well, I remember I used to get into not arguments with Alicia, but she would encourage me and stuff. And so the times I would like do that, maybe she would say something that I took as, oh, fuck, you know. Here I can't even. You said I can do this, and I can't even do it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
but you know, obviously, it was me taking it a certain way, getting defensive, or you know what I mean.
Yep. And we talked about that last week, right, or 2 weeks ago, where you hear kind of what you're predisposed.
You know,
to
being
hear.
Our 10th episode, that was a while ago.
Episode number 10. Thank you to our thousands of followers.
JJ does that sound effect.
Pew, 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 pew.
Nice.
I don't know. I think you know what sound effects.
We need to record him doing that. That would be fun.
Yeah, he'll tell a little like his version of a joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh, pew, pew,
oh
pew,
my
pew.
God, I know.
He's been doing that.
Is
lately.
that bullhorn thing that people do?
Yeah. You'll hear him on radio stations.
Do you remember when he and Elliot first learned rhymes? And they would be like, Shmuel school. Oh, they would dab and they would just make up ridiculous rhymes and they'd be, but then we would do it to them and they'd be like, no,
whatever. You guys are stupid.
Dad, that's not how it is. It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure we know more than you do.
Yeah, but we're smarter than you.
You know how
guys
stupid
you
little
are, guys. You little idiots.
I'm so much smarter than you. I can prove it. I have an SAT score. You do not know how.
I see his math, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, right. Luckily,
Elena, I need your help.
Yeah, Elena, this kid's an idiot. Help him.
I gotta go.
Just kidding, Elliot. You are not an idiot.
Yeah,
he's actually a very, very smart boy.
Yeah, Elliot's
and I'm very
smart.
proud of him.
JJ's
very smart. Yeah. Very proud of all of our kids. Elena's kicking butt this year.
She is doing really well.
Cheeky started kicking butt.
Yeah, she did. She did good on her test. Thank you for helping her with that. You know,
it was all
she needed that push though, I think.
Well, I mean, it's like, and that wasn't easy stuff. don't remember any of that stuff.
No,
but
I
that's
don't.
good to know. That's good information to have.
But she's glad to have her phone back.
Mm-hmm.
Because we took her phone away for it was at least almost a month.
Yeah.
Lucy's like, I think we might have to just cancel this. You need to get your grades up, because
grades are important. I mean, it's like
it. So my thing is, yes, they're important, but at the same time, show that you're trying.
That's
what
thing,
we were running into. It's like, we know you can do it. You're just not trying.
You try your best. You don't have to get I didn't get A's and everything.
Oh, hell no.
I got
PE though. I
yeah.
fucking wrecked PE. I did work and
I had one teacher give me like a B in PE. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, my teachers knew better.
I don't know why. I would have kicked their ass.
Maybe not, but I was pretty good. I was an athletic
Catch
kid.
me outside.
Yeah.
I was not an athletic kid.
Pretty athletic.
I was so athletic. One time I outran the basketball. I just would run the sideline and not pay attention. And one time somebody actually passed it to me and I ran right past
I don't know. I felt like I could have made varsity on any sport. If
really?
I tried.
Oh, not I. I enjoyed the weight room.
Maybe that's being confident. I don't know.
Well, no, you've always been more of an athletic guy.
I was athletic.
I honestly, I hated sports until
that was my
now.
outlet,
now as an adult, see, and I didn't need that kind of outlet.
I think that was my thing.
So
like
that's
the reason I got good grades was the times I did get good grades is because for sports you need to do good.
You gotta have that.
Play.
What is it? A 3.0 GPA that you had there?
No,
or
ours was like a 2.5,
something like that. Yeah.
So I had a 2.5.
2.51.
Yeah, I was right there.
Yeah.
My last couple years at high school, I did a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, my dad had a very similar experience. Like his family was his basketball team.
Oh.
So he's still in touch with some of those guys. And
that's cool.
He did, he didn't have a close relationship with his parents. They never went and watched his games.
My mom never
anything. They probably didn't even know he played the games. And so he just really bonded with the team, and it was what got him through.
That's cool.
And
I think that's important.
So it's funny though, because like I appreciate that very much. And now like I'll watch football and but I didn't have the interest when I was young, so I wasn't good at any of it. And by the time I could have maybe been good, it had passed. Like I should have known those skills years ago. So try being like a 6'3" freshman and you don't even know the rules of football.
Oh yeah.
It's like they probably looked at me for half a minute and they were like, that kid fucking sucks. We're not gonna ask him.
And here I am, I'm a 5'6". I was like 5'4", 5'6" or something.
But you had the passion.
I'm like 5'7"
you had the passion for it
now, but I've always loved sports. I don't know what got me into it, even when I was younger, but
see, my brother loves them.
Like I would have loved to play. Like I never played basketball in high school, like on the team, but I would play against them at lunch. And I would handle my own. I could hold my own playing against these guys, and I was just small. Look, dude, I was like 120 pounds.
Yeah, look at Russell Wilson. He's not
I was
huge,
a little guy.
But,
I played football, and I'm like this short little, scrawny dude.
What position did you play?
A receiver. I played receiver, and then I'd play a cornerback.
Okay. And
so I was pretty good receiver. I could catch really well.
And you were pretty fast, right? Yeah.
I wasn't like 4.3 40 or anything like that.
No, but you could get up the field.
I could get up the field. Oh yeah, I could. I was good with routes.
Yeah.
So
have you do deep plays?
Huh?
Have you do deep plays?
No, because like I played JV. I did pretty good. I remember during a game, and then the coach put in this other kid, and he just never really put me in, and it was like
politics.
Yeah, and then when I was gonna actually play varsity, was it my sophomore, junior year? I decided I didn't want to play, so I ran cross country.
Gotcha.
Which I liked.
But you were good at.
I was really good at distance running. That was my shit.
Man,
I was pretty good distance runner, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nice.
Whatever. But hey, back to square one, man. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay to feel soft and
get a little mushy.
It's okay to be mushy. It is.
I mean, you find your own way. But anger, just remember, anger is just as much an emotion as all the other ones.
Yeah.
So even though you may feel like it's tough.
Well, if you don't even have someone to talk to, something, I don't know about you, but I used to write.
Yeah, write stuff down.
I used to write stuff down. And like, I used to have these journals that I would write I even wrote little poems.
Yeah, haikus.
Yeah, whatever. I'd write some crazy stuff and like, nothing crazy like I'm gonna hang myself or anything crazy, but like
here's my hit list.
Yeah, but
no, you just got stuff off your chest.
Yeah,
kind of worked through
but
it.
I stopped doing that, which was probably not a good idea. But it's okay. Like if you can't talk to your wife or significant other person, call a friend. Or
and there are women that
talk
are
to us.
turned off by that kind of thing.
I'm a good listener.
So yeah, hey, shoot us a question or just get something off your chest.
Yeah.
We like to hear what people have to say.
Just weirdlyblended@gmail.com.
Hey, right here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Hopefully that'll work now with the just weirdly on the wall.
We'll see.
Wait, I'm looking. We moved our
sign.
We moved the sign, and did the sign move?
Yeah, I hung it on the wall. It used to be on
yeah. But also the computers moved a little bit. So.
Yeah, everything's kind of different.
I like it.
I like it too. We have more table space here.
Yeah. But you were saying something about feeling like Dexter with no emotions. Did you watch the new season?
Hell yeah, I did.
I was gonna.
Dexter New Blood.
Is it just an episode, or is it like just a movie
It's an
style?
episode. So
and that's it.
Or
is it going to be multiple?
I think what they're doing is they are doing one season, and if it works, they'll do more. Because it's like a limited one season thing, but they brought it back. So
they're saying they're going to make this will make up for. I think you were telling me it'll make up for
I was disappointed by the ending.
I think everyone was.
And it just was kind of like a what kind of thing. Like I don't know. It didn't make you feel good.
Yeah.
And I think they knew, like, I don't know that it really was bad. I just think that it wasn't what the audience wanted to see.
Yeah.
And with what they're doing with it now, I like it. I loved the way that this first season, I'll share one thing that won't give anything away, but Dexter, they say it in everything. Like you can look at it without even knowing anything about the show and know. So Dexter hasn't killed anyone in nearly 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And so the new blood idea is that he, kind of
got the itch,
gets back to himself through reasons. And at the beginning, like it's the same in a lot of ways. Like Dexter is kind of like who you would think he would be.
Yeah.
And he's like a good guy who sometimes kills people.
But you know what?
They didn't play the music that went with the original show. And then at the end of the episode, when you see him as like Dexter, because he has this new name, right?
Yeah.
And then like he looks at himself and says, "Hello, Dexter Morgan."
Oh,
and
shit.
Like in his head, I think, but like an internal monologue. But
which that's what made me fall in love with that show.
The ending credits are that original song, that real
like he's
intense,
back.
Yes, like that real intense.
I don't even remember
violin music. Yeah, it's that same song. So now I wonder, are they going to do the intro like they used to, but with new scenery? Or like it brought all these questions up for me. Like now that he's Dexter again,
felt very
is it going to be? Yeah, I mean, like to hear that music again. Because if you never watched
how
Dexter,
excited were you when you heard that music again?
Oh, I
got the pumping moment.
So
like, hell yeah!
I went on to YouTube. I love that ending song. It's just so like for classical music. Sometimes like classical pieces of music have so much emotion to it.
They do.
That Dexter song. They have so much going on if you really listen to it. It's got like the strings. It starts with piano, but then they have like this industrial kind of sounding thing going. And the violin itself is played in a way it almost just sounds like pieces of metal getting like blown through the air or something. Like it's a really cool song, very short. And I've listened to it like 20 times on YouTube today.
I'm going to have to listen to it when I get home.
I end up really like almost to the point of being like autistically into things, and I just can't stop listening to them.
Oh no,
for such a short, simple song, I'm just like, there's so much to this song, and it so fits what it needs to be.
But that's the thing about music too, is like you'll hear it so much that you'll start hearing
something new, something different. And you start learning more about music and like bass notes and things like that. And
well, I don't know about the notes thing. Like I'll hear like the bass, but I don't know what notes. Oh, that's a G or an E.
Well, I don't know to that degree. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but
like I'll hear certain things like that where I'm like, oh, I didn't hear that. It sounds like the like. Dong, dong, or the bass drum or whatever.
Well, listen to the end credit
and I
music
love a good
because
violin.
it has so much going on, and it's like, I mean, it's probably like a 20-second song. It's ridiculously short, but it has so much emotion to it. And if you ever watched the first
That's
season
pretty brilliant,
of
man.
Dexter, I remember watching it and just being like, what the hell are they going to do? Like, this was like the crux of a show right here. At the end of season 1, when you find out what you find out, it's like, well, now what?
Well,
that was incredible.
Well, I thought it was really good up until I stopped. I didn't watch the last, I want to say 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Which I hear people said, "Oh, you're fine." But then again, I want the whole story still.
They weren't as good.
But I don't have Showtime.
I still love the fucking show. So we just bought Showtime. They give you like a month for free, and then you can do it for like $11 basically.
Oh, that's not bad. I had Showtime at one point.
Yeah.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can do it through there.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't Showtime. It was Stars.
Okay, so we have HBO Max.
I have HBO Max.
Showtime.
It's funny, you have all these things when, if you add it up, is probably what cable would be. But it's different, though.
But I'm not paying a cable company.
Well, but it's different because you get all the
streaming content.
Stuff.
I know,
yeah, dude.
I know.
Like, I love HBO Max.
I do too.
And then, like, I've been
Speaking
obviously
of,
Netflix.
we watched Dune.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was long as hell.
I told you it was 3 hours.
Almost, yeah, I mean it was
almost 3 hours. They put
long,
it was
but
good.
it was good.
I thought it was really good.
I really liked the whole.
It pissed me off the way it ended.
Yeah,
like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
When I ended it, when I seen how it ended, I was like,
because
where's the second? When's the second one coming?
Right.
Because you can't just. And then when I was looking into it, and it's like, well, but it hasn't been greenlit yet. We might not do it because if they don't make the money, there's no point.
I would imagine that they'll make the money. It was cinematically very good.
A few days after that they were like,
they announced,
right, yep, yeah, we're doing it.
we'll do it.
They got a lot of positive feedback from that show, because for me anyway, I thought the acting was really good. I thought the story was awesome.
Well, and for something that could be so boring and you could get so lost in like the politics of it, you really could continue to follow the story.
Yeah.
There's so many different essentially clans going on there, and these different
alliance
people working. From what I gathered, there's like an emperor, and all these are different people under this emperor, but they don't all get along.
Well, and
they're all
trying to
control
the spice.
The spice, which, by the way, is a very sparkly cinnamon on the stand.
Well, that what makes their eyes blue.
Yeah,
having all that spice, which would be sweet.
Can you imagine? I
don't have blue eyes. You got blue eyes?
Yeah, they're dark blue. They're really dark. But
like I got
my pearly blues.
I got probably one of the least common colors, brown.
I like brown eyes.
Not very common.
I have such a unique.
Oh, sometimes my eyes get light brown.
Really?
Yeah, when I look at the light.
Oh, mine get super black.
In the dark, my eyes look black.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey, speaking of serial killers and eyes, you know how people say that when you see like a serial killer and they lose themselves to like the murder, their eyes go black?
Yeah. Like
Isn't
a demon's
that weird?
Well, wouldn't that be
like, I think
I've watched
their
Supernatural.
Irises must dilate, but like, so what is it?
Do you think
isn't it interesting that
you think it's a hormone or like an endorphin or something?
An endorphin or something, maybe. That's like a chemical rush, like how heroin, because doesn't heroin do that, right? Like
some of them
makes your pupils dilate.
Yeah. So if you do like, I know when I did certain stupid stuff, my pupils would dilate.
So if you had like extreme, because like they're essentially on a high, aren't they? When they're doing that?
Sure.
Isn't that just crazy though?
Yeah, dude.
So what if they are demons?
Well, hey, I watched Supernatural. If their eyes are black, they're demons. God damn it, I know it's true.
Yeah, I know that. I've seen that.
But no, it's funny you bring up serial killers. So I was on Facebook, and I was going through fucking videos. It was a boring day at work, by the way. Boring day at work for me. So I was on just going through, and I seen it's about this serial killer, and he was getting interviewed by Geraldo.
On Facebook Live.
No, it was an old interview.
Oh yeah,
Geraldo Rivera.
Oh yeah,
and his name's Joseph Killinger or
Kiplinger.
Kiplinger, yeah,
right.
He was.
I'm trying to remember.
They call him Shoemaker he was a shoemaker murderer or whatever. So this guy,
I've watched like every documentary.
him and his young son, who was like 11, went on this killing. God needed him to kill people.
Sure,
cut
right.
their genitals and stuff. It was wild.
God is really into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, what his plan was to murder 3 million people.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
that's doable.
And then he was going to murder his
second highest.
So he killed this. Him and his son, one of his sons, killed this boy, and cut his nuts off, and did all this stuff. Right. Pretty brutal. And then he turns around and kills one of his other sons.
No.
Right. And then eventually, I guess his plan was to kill his whole family.
Yeah.
And then kill himself and then he'd become a god, is what he said.
Right. Because then he would rule all the people he murdered. Right.
And then Geraldo's like, do you still think about killing people? He's like, oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah, he's like, would you kill me? He goes, oh, yeah. Like,
you can't trust those sociopaths.
I wanted to, because he's in jail. So he's like, yeah, I just had the urge and I slit this guy's throat in prison. The guy lived. I had to read the story because I was like,
man,
dude, this dude's crazy.
That's cray.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any rehabilitating serial killer.
There can be.
There's I don't know. There's some predatory thing in there that kind of freaky.
It is.
But watching it, the stories about it are just fascinating. I'll watch every documentary there is.
It was very fascinating. But that was my day at work.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I did report cards all day, so that wasn't my day, but it was a good day. It was a good day.
Report cards ain't bad.
We call this No School November because from now until Thanksgiving, the kids are barely at school. We have 4.5 days next week, and then we have 2 half days from there on.
They got a half day next week?
Mm-hmm.
What day?
Friday. Yours? Well, no. I think it's.
Did your kids have a half day today?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's report card prep for us today.
I think it was only elementary school that had it.
Yes. It's different for every grade level because, like, we have our trimesters, but the middle schools and high schools have semesters. So they only have like 2 halves of the year.
2 quarters.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
2 quarters in a semester.
Yeah. So it's different where everything lines up, but
it's a weird thing to say, trimester. I always think of pregnancy.
Yeah.
I'm in my 3rd trimester.
We're in the 3rd trimester. It's almost summertime.
We like those 3rd trimesters in elementary school.
I bet.
It's getting close.
You're like, yeah.
No, I mean, like every step of the year is like good, but I don't think people understand how much like you need a summer break.
I can believe it, dude.
I love my students, but 20 kids in a classroom for 180 days.
I'm at home all day, and I only have at the weeks I have Elena, we got 3 kids.
Yeah.
The weeks we don't, it's just 2, and that sometimes is kind of still crazy. And it's not like these kids are crazy. I couldn't imagine 20 kids. I'd be like,
well, luckily, like once you get the routines down and stuff. But man, I tell you, then winter break comes and they forget the routines, so you work on the routines again. And then spring break comes and they forget the routines, and you work on the routines again. And
if you don't use it, you lose it.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
How true is that?
Don't lose it. Don't lose it, you use it.
If you don't lose it, you don't use it. I don't know. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
Report cards would be nuts.
It's not bad. I mean, like really, if you have everything ready to go, like I got almost all mine done and I quit early to make sure I had everything ready for next week, which I still don't. So I need to go in anyway. But I got almost all of it done. It really wasn't bad.
Oh, that's not
a lot of times what I'll do is just like make a basic comment that tells all the things that kids should have learned.
Yeah.
And then they have like the breakdown scores of where they are in every area within that subject.
So do you got conferences coming up?
Yeah. So next Friday and then that following Monday.
So when you do conferences, do you ever have like interesting interactions with parents?
Not really. I mean, I've been really lucky with my parents. Like they are pretty realistic people.
No, my kid's a genius. You're wrong.
Yeah, I've never really had that kind of an attitude where it's like someone was super detached from their child's like true performance. Yeah. You're always a little nervous.
Do you ever got overwhelmed, like parents who are trying to be too
like involved? Helicopter parents?
Yeah.
Not really.
Like, no, my kid's way smart.
No. Like I said, I've been very lucky. They're out there.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I have seen parents like that, but so far, I've had great parents, and it hasn't been too tough. I could tell them things in honesty and just be like, hey, this is a challenge for your kid, and they were willing to hear it.
Yeah,
and I think
I think is important.
Well, I think they knew it was coming from a good place. It's not me just like your
kid's an idiot.
Yeah, like I'm not being mean about their kid. It's just
next parent.
Your kid's in first grade,
Yeah.
so like this isn't who your child's going to be. If they
Why
have
can't
an
your
issue,
kid read this book?
What is going on with you?
I gave him Moby Dick a week ago.
No, but like, it's like more the behavior side of it. There are some kids that are just less mature.
Yeah.
And it can be kind of hard for parents to hear that over and over again. But it's like, if I lie to you, I'm not doing you any favor.
Yeah, exactly. You're not helping no one.
Like my goal is to help you and your kid.
Yep.
So that they don't have this struggle later on. So I got to be honest with you and say, no, I'm not just going to like rip on this kid all the time, but
if your kid's
hey, you need to know.
Yeah. Well, there's a kid in, I know JJ's class that JJ comes to me and he's like, so-and-so's Papa, he did this. And I'm like, dude, you need to say something. Cause this kid kind of like be a dick to him sometimes. I'm like, it's okay to say something. I don't care if, if you tell the teacher and she doesn't do anything about it, you know what? You can step in and do something. If you get in trouble for it, I'm not going to be mad for you sticking up for yourself.
Right.
Like sometimes kid gotta know. Don't be a dick.
There have been,
but he sounds like a troublemaker in a way. Like he has I can't say troublemaker. He just sounds like he has a behavioral issues.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So the teacher, I think, realized that, and so she's moved his desk and did some stuff. And we're not going to the teacher and he said something mean.
Kind of hard. I mean, like there are some kids that have like IEPs or like have actual they have disabilities, and there's limits on what you can do. You got to keep everybody safe, so you don't want somebody getting bullied.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit where stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And kids have to learn on all sides, like how to stick up for yourself, how to get help right away. A lot of times with our young kids, the problem is they won't say anything.
And I
think you have no
JJ's
idea
like
that there is an issue until it's way too late. And then it's like, well, we can't really do anything when there's really no evidence of things, because we also have issues this year with kids lying.
That's my boss would say, we need data.
We need data. Show me the data. You don't have data.
I don't believe you don't got the data. Sorry.
Hey, first grader, what's your data? Prove it with data. Like, what the fuck is data?
I haven't learned that word yet.
Sad? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Data. Yeah, he was in Star Trek. I remember him.
No, I think my mom's like him.
Yeah.
I hear dad say that all the time.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's rough, but
it's rough.
The kids they get it though. After a while, like right now, where we were in the beginning of the year compared to now, it's so much better. They've figured a lot of things out. It's just slow, steady
progress.
Kids are
smart, dude. They're like sponges.
Kids are smart, and kids want to be liked. They want to be understood. And sometimes you got to be hard on them. Like I have kids that there's moments they'll do something and it's like, I'm not going to be nice to you about this. This is not okay.
Yep.
And then there's times where you have to kind of build them up and be like, okay, we made a mistake. Let's fix it and let's move on.
Made a mistake. Get out.
Don't ever fucking do that again. You understand me? I'll kick your ass.
I've never said that. I have never said that to a kid.
Yeah. I hope no one out there believes this.
A legal disclaimer.
Do you think anybody ever hears us and thinks some of the stuff we say?
I hope not.
I take it with a grain of salt.
Do we need to put that black screen with
disclaimer?
The white words? Like, should we just steal South Parks and put it up? Like, any, what is it that they always say?
It's like some disclaimer type thing?
Yeah, like any reference to someone that sounds real. This is like not real. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
that's
all
the
for
truth.
jokes.
It's all funny. I would never talk Tony Soprano to a first grader.
Hey, you little...
Hey, kids, who wants to fucking read a story? Come on for circle time. Jesus.
I know.
You're being a little asshole. Hey, come.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass. You little prick.
We might think that about kids sometimes, like, hey, you little shit.
There's moments where you have to bite your tongue and take a deep breath.
You know what? That goes back to just what we talked about, the whole remote thing.
Yeah.
You just learn and you're an adult, so you know
I did have,
it's not okay, but
I did have a terrifying thought though after watching Dune. It just like flashed through my head. What if there was some like crazy scenario where like civilization ended and it was me and my class of kids that survived, and now I have 20 kids that I have to make it to adulthood, and it's like, oh,
stress.
Mr. Farm's not going to be nice no more. Like, there's going to be some spankings because we're all going to make it, damn it. Like,
how tough would that be?
I'm not letting any of you assholes run away, you know. No,
That'd
I mean,
be
like,
crazy.
and so unrealistic. And it was like a flash of a moment when I was like, I had almost a panic attack. I was like,
no. What are those thoughts? You know how sometimes you even have those, intrusive thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts like that where, like, you picture wanting to choke them out.
Oh,
but it's not, what you mean, obviously you're not, but everyone has those thoughts.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was funny. I was just listening to a podcast and Alicia was with me, and it's the Low Priority podcast. He was talking about when he was in psychology, that the psychologist, the teacher, was just like, no, it's normal to have thoughts where you want to, sometimes you and your significant other are getting in these fights and you just kind of want to choke her out, or she wants to choke you out, right?
Like, she talks about killing you and hiding you in the septic thing.
But like having those thoughts, it's not necessarily like you're not a bad person,
and it's not,
because it's normal apparently for people to they call them like intrusive thoughts. There's another term.
Well, don't they say that you really don't want to turn off the intrusive thoughts? Like, you don't want to try to stifle it, and you want to more delve into it in the sense of like,
you're an idiot for thinking that. And
I don't know exactly how to word it, but there was I was just listening to a story about dreams, and they were talking about nightmares that really like upset you.
I've been there.
And how you really do need to like delve into those dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And they were referencing intrusive thoughts and saying like, just like people that have intrusive thoughts with horrible things, often the people that have ended up acting these things out tried very hard to repress it, and
you shouldn't be thinking this way.
Instead of dealing with it, they handled it the very wrong way, and it ended up getting out of control. So where an intrusive thought turned into a whole psyche that ended up, abnormal,
that makes sense.
Whatever they call abnormal psychology.
Sorry guys, I had something flew in my nose. Like it was like tickling like a piece of hair.
A little sneef up your
nose? A little sneef in my nose.
Again, that's Low Priority Brothers. That was we can't take credit for that, but it's funny as hell.
Yeah, I've been saying that all week.
Oh,
but no, I don't know. It's like, so, like you said, it's okay to work those things out in your mind.
Doesn't mean you justify it and be like, that's actually a good idea. But
it's gonna be all right.
You don't hide yourself from it, I guess. Like, you delve into it and like, well, okay, where are these feelings coming from? What?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not communicating well. I don't really want to choke her out. What I want to do is have her understand me. So what I'm going to do is figure out how I want to.
Which we talked about, communication being key.
Yeah. But the funny thing, like my wife Blanca,
Yeah.
She was your wife. Blanca.
Okay. Yeah. Lawyer Blanca.
Anyway, she seems very tough. And you can easily forget that she is a woman and has all the woman needs.
I think they have similarities in certain aspects. They have some similarities.
And
I
can forget that
Latinas.
She needs, sensitivity and all that.
Yeah.
And so...
And you forget that as a man sometimes.
Every once in a while. And I'm not good. Like, you're very good at taking Alicia on dates every week and doing things. And
I try.
I'm not good. I am not good at it. I fail all the time.
Well, it's
this
we've
week
talked
I
about.
did better, and I need
good.
to hold myself accountable, because what happens is she'll get sad, and I'll see it, and she'll tell me about it, and then she'll say, "You're going to do it for like a week, and then you'll stop." No, I won't. It happens every fucking time.
No, dude, I'm just as guilty. I know, like, I'll take, like, me and Alicia have been working on going on dates more often, because we kind of like would put that aside.
Well, thanks to you guys for watching Elliot, by the way.
Oh yeah, anytime. Yeah. He had a blast. But yeah, we'll do that. We had that talk too. Same thing. It's like, when me and you would go golfing, I'd get you can take time out of you,
right.
And so for at one point I'd get not defensive, but I'd take it kind of like the wrong way. And then, when I step back to look at the way she's thinking, I'm like, okay,
right.
maybe I can take a day or two out of my time too to just
Focus
put
on
something
her.
together.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been trying to do that.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing pretty good, like going on dates, even if it's just a movie and dinner. Or
see, that's what we did. We
going
went and
to
saw
Goodwill or whatever.
We went and saw Carnage.
Yeah, Venom
good
2
movie.
Carnage.
Good
Let there
movie.
be carnage.
Let there be carnage. Let me tell you, Carnage liked his carnage. It was
Yeah.
it was good. Woody Harrelson, good.
Yes.
Good portrayal by him.
Yeah, I liked him in that. Yeah, I saw it. We saw Eternals, Marvel's Eternals. I liked it.
Yeah, pretty good.
Not your typical Marvel movie.
Really?
Yeah, so I know I guess there was bad feedback for some people, but I thought it was actually very.
See, I think
it's very well done.
People expect something, and
I think
they
it's
don't
because
view
it's
it.
not so. Not that the Marvel movies are kiddish.
Yeah.
This is more.
Is it more of a
grown up.
serious tone?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's funny moments in it and stuff, obviously, but the story build it. You have all these characters, so they have to build stories of each of these characters. So it's a little slower in that sense.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where people might be getting lost.
It's not the action-packed, like green screen explosion scene all the time.
And don't get me wrong, there's some cool ass action.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action, but it's just has a different feel. Once you watch it, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's
well, see,
different.
and I tend to kind of
it's actually really good.
That
I think you would. I think it's
as much as I do like the Marvel movies, as someone I'm not a huge comic guy. I think sometimes I'm so grounded in like a reality that I can have a hard time with it.
That can't happen.
It's like
that radiation, he wouldn't be the Hulk. He would be dead and bald.
Yeah, no, he had cancer. That was it. Bit by a spider. Don't think so. He lost an arm. That's what happened, folks.
If that was a brown recluse, I'm sorry, muscle gone.
Yeah, you're gone. Okay, Peter Parker. Nope, he can't swing from buildings. He would fall unless it's a rope. Okay. But
what kind of webbing is that? How sticky?
I don't know, the carbon fiber maybe, but no, my dad is the worst. I cannot watch a movie with him. I'll watch a movie and I'm like, okay, I can and like
seems like
the Marvel movies I can do this. Yeah, my dad would he'll watch Rudy and he'll watch like a war movie and be like, that was a good flick. And
I can see he probably like Hacksaw Ridge. Great movie.
He loved it. And but every other movie's like, that wouldn't happen. No. That would not happen. Not real. That's not the way it would go. Dad, are you a physicist? Nope, but that wouldn't happen.
Symbiotes aren't real.
But it cracked me up because my dad is so traditional real, but you know what he likes? Ancient aliens. And now,
dude, I love
half
your dad
the time my dad will always be like, I don't know, Tom. I was watching it and they talked about the pyramids. I'm just saying. There's some weird shit in the pyramids.
You know what?
Okay.
I can't 100% go, obviously some of the stuff, it's probably a little stretched out.
Sometimes I kind of reach, but
which is
draw
the point
a conclusion.
of the show.
But yeah.
I
but
like
it just cracks me up. My dad is not an alien guy. He is the most mainstream, no, that's bullshit guy. And then he's like, I don't know, Tom. Maybe aliens are real.
Dude,
okay.
I don't know.
You watch the History Channel now. Aliens are.
Dude, I watched. I don't know. There's probably some more episodes
out
there, but I've watched probably 16 seasons.
Yeah.
That's one reason. My dream is to go to Peru to see some of the monoliths, and I think that's why I love that show. Some of the stuff that they talk about, how did they, and that's where my intrigue comes from. How did they do that? Because,
right. Like the pyramids, really, technically.
Well,
even some of the ways that they do discuss the pyramids being built, it's well,
they said for it to be built in the amount of time that they did it, they would have to place a brick every second or something like that.
Well, and the thing
is,
as
quick as they had to do it.
What I want to hear is scientists and people that understand the real physics. I want to hear from them. Is this accurate?
And have you heard about they think it was used as some type of power
generator? That's what my dad was all about.
Because they found
did you know that there were channels that used to be full of water?
Well,
and they would turn
underneath there's these things where you see these.
And it was solar powered, Tom. They had openings that let sunlight in, and it would, I don't know, Tom, but I think aliens. I'm like, okay, all right, Dad. I don't
but there's
know.
like these burn marks where it looks like there's stuff
like fire, right? Like they had like burn
but it wasn't like
it
wasn't like fire marks. It was more of a different burn pattern. I don't know. It was really cool.
I haven't watched that exact episode. I just know my dad was like,
I don't know which
really
one that is, but there's like Machu Picchu, and there's other one where there's these slabs of stone, solid stone that are stacked on top of each other. And they said like with even today's technology and stuff, you would need 100 cranes to pick this one stone up because of how much it weighs. Like I forget how many hundreds of tons.
Wow.
And it's stacked on top of another one,
jeez.
And to get it there, you're like, not saying aliens get this hover beam,
like,
but there's like, I wonder what they did or how did that work.
Stonehenge, and the fact that like even if it was humans, like they knew enough about the sun and the moon and all that like Stonehenge was set up where like on certain dates the sunlight would come through a certain spot, and then
winter solstice.
Yeah, I mean it's like it really is pretty incredible, even if it was just people that they figured this shit out. I mean, and we look at them as being stupid in the past. They weren't really stupid. Like we took everything that they had.
I think it's pretty cool. Some of that stuff they did. I don't know how they. Some of that stuff's just, it is pretty mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Because you just think, how the fuck did you guys do that?
Right.
Or what'd you use? Or what was used? So, I don't know. That's why I like the Ancient Aliens. And then I just like thinking that there's aliens. Because I think there is something out there. Space is too vast.
Definitely believe that aliens are out there. I don't know that they've been to Earth. My feeling is like, I want evidence that they have been.
Have you seen the one where the Navy brought out a video?
I have, but I'm always skeptical of the U.S. government saying anything about this because honestly, I feel like even the Roswell stuff, if I wanted to hide secret programs, I would get everybody thinking it was aliens too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be
that's not going to make it any better.
I don't know though. If you trick a bunch of people that it's aliens and they get all thinking that you're covering up an alien conspiracy, then you're not focused on the aircrafts they're producing. You're focused on this doppelganger thing, right? But so you're hiding something, but you're hiding something fake. To like, if I were the government, and I think this is probably what they did, they put just enough out there to keep people thinking that they're hiding aliens, so that you're not looking at their supersonic aircraft that can drop a bomb and then be gone before you even know.
I think it's crazy though, because some of this stuff from the past, though, the references like people made in the past about stuff coming from the sky or doing this.
Yeah.
So that's where I think something they had to see something from back then, or what it could be.
Yeah.
The Bermuda Triangle, things go and disappear.
Yeah.
They go through this time warp. And so the people who talked about it in the past are actually seeing something from
the future,
which is now our past. Man, that's mind blowing, man.
You might have to say that again. I don't know. I'm following.
Amelia Earhart, they didn't know where she came from. Someone from the 1300s seen a plane.
I mean, a girl flying a plane? I don't think so.
But
just kidding, girls. You can fly planes.
No, yeah. Bermuda Triangle, I want to go there too.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Ephraim talked about. We joked around. When we're fucking like 80, let's just go there, see what happens.
Let's just fly over it.
Because like in one of the episodes,
let's take a boat back.
There's an episode where they talk about this.
Well, electromagnetism is all screwed up there.
Yeah, well, this military went in there
in the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah, they actually talk about this story in the Ancient Aliens thing, where the plane goes in there.
Yeah.
Well, let's send people back. Let's go send someone to find them. Well, they send the people to find them, and those people go missing. And they find the boat, but there's no one on the boat.
There was a famous,
which is kind of crazy.
There was a famous documented case. There were three, I think it was three, like warplanes. It was like those Mustangs or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
And they flew out, and then they got all discombobulated. All their instruments went haywire. They didn't know what direction they were going, and they thought at the very least the electromagnetism at that spot is so screwed up that they then were trusting their vision, and it was like foggy and shit, so they might have accidentally been flying straight down. But whatever it is, there's something screwed up there, even if it's just electromagnetic.
How crazy though? I want to know.
But I don't know. Like there is, I don't know that it's really so much supernatural as just not something that we fully understand. Because
let's
if
go
you
in there.
think about our bodies, even like
man trip,
the man trip. Where are you going? Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. We might.
The most
might not see
romantic
you.
bro place in the world, the Bermuda Triangle.
We may or may not come back.
Yeah. Wish us luck.
I know.
We'll call you from the future.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool though.
No, I don't know. Like time space continuum shit, right? Like,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Isn't
Like,
there,
that's
like,
what I like to think. Like,
some
okay,
theoretic stuff where it's like possible to time
Yeah.
travel, but
No,
I
yeah.
don't understand
Einstein.
how.
there's
There's a
wormholes.
theory of relativity.
Yeah, there's wormholes and stuff goes in, comes out.
What if he was just funny? He's like, I'm going to trick these fuckers that you can go in time and they'll believe it. Stupid Americans.
But I think time travel would be cool. I don't know if it'd be
I
possible.
wonder what kind of radiation though your body would go under, because doesn't it take
You'll
a
come out
ton
as
of
the
power?
Hulk, dude.
Yeah, bleh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hulk smash.
He's just super cancerous. That's why he's so big. This is cancerous masses all over his body.
No, see, that's his power though. He gives
That's his
everyone,
power. That's why he's so rageful.
he gives other people cancer. Yeah. All the gamma rays.
What a freaking superhero that would be.
But yeah, take your girl on dates. That's all we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, like consistently.
important.
It is important. I think.
I think one thing I actually do,
Hmm.
and I try to be consistent with this at least, is like at least if it's not a week every week, it's every couple weeks I get flowers.
That's good.
Even if she says I don't want flowers, I still
but
do
I
it.
I bring flowers, and then she just lays them on the counter, and then I'm the one that has to put them in a vase.
Well, then she can never say you don't get her flowers.
Like, but you're gonna kill them, honey. You don't care enough about the flowers. But no, I think what I need to do is take the time when she just mentions something she wants in passing, take a minute to walk away and write it down.
That's
Because I always like hear and I'm like,
Mental note.
yeah. And then the next day, it's like it was never said.
yeah.
And she's like, you don't even know what I want, do you? I do. And she's like, do you remember when I was talking about it? I'm like,
I'm not going to tell you.
no, I know. Heaven forbid. I should be like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, just get me this. What do you want? Oh, I don't think I want anything.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
Hey, your girl ever says she doesn't want anything?
She wants something.
Even
and
when she
you
says
better
no-
have heard what it was.
If she really says no for reals, she still wants something.
I don't want to tell you what I want. I want you to know what I want without me saying.
Ugh, that's like the worst.
You
I don't
never
know.
listen.
You know, and I'm not like a romantic guy or
Ugh.
not like a.
I want
know
to
what?
be more romantic than I am. I'm gonna.
There's a lot of guys out there that aren't romantic. I can't say that I'm this romantic guy where I'm throwing petals and doing all this shit. Come on,
It's just everywhere she walks.
Think about that. Like,
Yeah.
How hard would it be to get petals on the bed and do all this stuff?
I don't
My wife would be
have
like,
that much time off work.
That-
You know, I mean,
my wife would get home before me.
yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Like, we got bills, bitch. We can't take pedals. She'd be calling me bitch, not the other way around.
Oh.
But, you know, like, what the hell are you doing? That could have been like our car payment. Like, sorry, I thought you wanted rose petals. Don't yell.
So what? You know what I've actually been doing, and I think Alicia's been liking it. It's I'm remember I've been telling you I'm trying to switch out all the outlets and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I finally got all the ones in our living room.
Uh huh.
I got all those outlets replaced yesterday.
Nice.
All the outlets and switches in the kitchen, almost all of them in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to actually take back some switches because I need to get some. They're called three-way switch.
Yes. Yep.
So I need to get those ones instead because, like, I don't know, this room. Well, this room has a single phase switch.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But they usually have like three different little things, and so
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, these were so much cheaper. I wonder if they just dicked me last time. And then I looked, and I'm like, oh no,
Nope. They're.
I dicked myself.
Yeah.
You have a dick yourself.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
The regular ones aren't too bad, but yeah, when you buy the good stuff for
Yeah.
three-way switches or for like the CFGI.
See, I might get one of those for the bathroom.
I would, because that is code.
Yeah.
Do you have a grounding wire throughout your house? No.
Don't know.
Do you have just like a copper wire that's just loose in there? Not loose, but
well,
like,
no. Every outlet I haven't looked at every outlet, but the ones in my kitchen, the ones I actually like had to like redo.
Yeah.
Those had a grounding wire.
Okay.
Like,
'Cause
they'll
in my
be
house
twisted
didn't
together?
have it. Yeah.
And so I had to retwist those and put them back inside the box.
Wow, that's pretty cool that you had a grounding wire though. Because the new ones, I would just put that right into the green grounding nut, and then you would have a grounded system. Because my house before was not grounded. This one is, but our old house
I think it's grounded because, like I said, I've come across a couple. Yeah, some of the outlets I replaced, like there's a copper wire that it's not attached to the like actual outlet, but it's in the box on the metal or whatever.
Gotcha.
You know? So it's grounded.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, your house must have been built just after mine.
Yeah, just 67 or so.
Oh, really? Yeah, ours was 56.
Oh, yeah. So it's a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. But, you know.
This house was 2001, I think.
So that's been my goal, is to slowly, that's what I'm trying to do, is slowly do that stuff, because I think she appreciates it. Yeah. Just it's the small things, fellas.
Yeah.
See, but you know what, really, that's it.
She just wants me to do more.
What are the small things?
Well, it depends on the woman.
You know, that's what you got to figure out. Yeah. That's where you got to try to listen, which is hard as shit to know what the small things are, what it is they want.
But it is being present.
It's those subtle hints that they give you that sometimes you don't hear.
Women are so good at subtle hints.
And we're so bad at picking that shit up.
But
you know what? Sometimes I think Alicia has been better at this. She's been more direct with certain things.
I think it's two-sided.
It is.
Like, gals, if you really want something, you got to make sure he hears it.
And don't drop subtle hints, because we're an idiot.
Care enough to listen. Like,
yeah.
I think sometimes girls know we're not listening, and so they do it so they can get us later. That's not fair either. Like, if you want your relationship to work, don't play games.
Yeah.
Do it with honesty in your heart.
This ain't Candyland, motherfucker.
Guys, your job is to listen better.
Yes.
Do the best you can.
My back is itching. Sorry, guys.
And when you fail, you fail. We all do.
I wish I had like fucking 6-foot arms right now. But yeah. One thing I was going to bring up real quick before we end this, actually a couple things that I found funny today. One was this Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
I had to look it up because I didn't believe what the guy said, right?
Oh.
Because when you read that,
what
would you think that? What would you think that is? It was so funny when I heard the
like bitching in the future. Or?
So what the guy said was, he goes, "Pat, I got it," and he's like, "What is it?" He goes, "Bitches is the future."
Yeah,
and
Bitcoin, isn't it? Bitcoin.
Bitcoin in the future.
Bitcoin is the future. That was it.
Yeah. So what was funny was
bitches is the future.
Well, the thing is so he had. This is exactly what he has. Yeah. I don't know. You guys can't see that.
There we go.
So I guess it messed up. It didn't put the I for coin. Right.
Oh.
Even though he had said I, because those were already picked.
Oh. So he actually did what happened then?
Well, it was, I don't know what happened.
Did they have to like do something to remedy
I don't know, but that was wrong.
Bitches is the future.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Let me see here.
We could plug your phone into this thing.
Would it show the pictures though?
No, but it would.
See, that's how it looked. Which cracked me up because I was like, bitches is the future. And it's...
Hold on. No, the I is there. The I is there.
No, not in coin. COIN.
Oh, yeah.
So it's BITCHES. Well, even that would have...
The E should have been there too.
Yeah.
Well... That's not fair. They screwed that up.
But I fucking laughed so hard, dude. I was dying. It was so funny.
Why would you think bitches, though? It's a very family-friendly show.
Well, that's what he says. Pat's like, this is a family show.
Yeah.
Go to Jeopardy or said something like that. Or something.
Go to Jeopardy. Go to those crazy kids over at Jeopardy.
But I laughed pretty hard. I'll have to play that clip for you later.
That's funny.
I should have pulled it up.
But actually, no, Jeopardy does have someone young now, huh? Because
I don't even know who I haven't watched. I suck at Jeopardy.
The girl that was Sheldon's girlfriend.
Oh, Blossom.
Yeah, she was doing pretty good, actually.
She's actually she's
very smart. Isn't she actually like
she's actual physicist or whatever. What she plays on that show.
She actually is.
Yeah, she actually.
Yeah. So
someone asked her something about it, and she goes, do you prepare for your interviews? Because I'm actually. This is what I actually am.
She's like, let me ask you this: the moon is 3,982 kilometers away from me. We are traveling at
6 light speeds.
Like, I don't even know.
And then we blow up. What happens?
Yeah. Maybe she can tell me like how far off I was with how far we are away from the moon.
Probably not even close. We're like,
she's like, did you say 3,000 kilometers? We're a lot farther than that.
Yeah, idiot.
Broad. Oh well, but she's very nice, and she's I think she's a Jeopardy gal. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen Jeopardy since
I haven't either.
Forever because I suck at Jeopardy. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, I try.
I used to watch
Sometimes
it.
I know, and I'll get all like cocky, like that's clearly this, and then
I just always
I'll
say
have periods where I'm just quiet because
I'll just always go like, "What is true?"
How do you know? What is?
It's not even a true or false question.
There was one lady. There's one lady that hit the button, and then they look at her. She hadn't done anything all night, and she goes, "Oh, that was it." Poor lady.
Wrong.
But in fairness to you, lady, that's what I would have done too.
This girl I dated in high school, her mom was
a Jeopardy whiz.
Yeah, I think I've already said that before, but yeah, she was fucking. I would go when I'd go over there. They'd be watching Jeopardy, and her mom would be.
My grandpa was kind of that way.
The USSA.
Yeah.
What is the Star Spangled Banner? And I'm like, damn, man.
What is Philip Sizemore? Who is fucking Philip Sizemore?
Wasn't he an actor?
I don't know. I just made that name up. So
Philip Seymour.
Seymour Hoffman.
Seymour Hoffman. That's
Philip
what I was
Seymour
thinking.
Hoffman. That guy was fucking
Tom
amazing.
Sizemore. That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah. He's an actor too.
See, I just took Philip and Sizemore and I put it together.
Speaking of acting, one of the coolest things I seen today, or weirdest, was this group of people that dress like sheep. And I showed you the video before this podcast.
You did. Now you made it sound like it was a dance group.
Well, no, they're considered a dance troupe.
How?
I don't know.
How? Like, who did they pay off to be a dance troupe?
This is apparently a Canadian
we've got to find a way to embed this video into this.
A Canadian dance troupe, which, for one, what the hell is a troupe? What's the difference between that and a crew?
A troupe is old school. White people have troops and black people have crews. I think that's how it works. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's a dance troupe, which I was like, what is a troupe? That's weird.
People that dress like sheep.
They dress like sheep, and they don't. And then they just sit there and they tour the world, right, to do this in front of people.
And they sit in like a wooden sheep pen.
Yeah, and they actually bring them out, and so they'll all be sitting there on their hind legs, and they'll come out like.
Well, and they walk just like dragging their front arms like as if they were legs, but they don't.
Well, because they're supposed to be like sheep, and so they have this intense stare because sheep have like a 270 degree like view. So I looked this up because I was like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
is this true?" Excuse me. So they have to look direct at all times. They can't be distracted with what's going on around them. And I was like, "What the hell?" And there's even a part where they have this fake fur and the guy's shaving them, and the guy
comes out like and really acts like he's like cutting it, and they're just taking this jacket off of them. And then he flips this bitch over and slams her to the ground. And just just she's fine now.
Yeah,
you can
he was
feed him.
One leg. He was shaving one leg off, and then she wasn't cooperating, so he slammed her to the ground.
Body slams her, and she's just. I mean, that part made me laugh. That was worth the whole
thing. They're called Les Moutons. I don't even know.
From de Montreal.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's from Quebec.
It was hilarious and fucking weird.
It was fucking weird.
They milked
somebody. It looked like he had a tiny dinghy hanging out of him. And the guy just grabs it and starts jerking it until milk comes out.
Yeah, because it's like a...
And then they hand it to the audience like, here, drink this. He just jerked it off of him. I don't think so. It's milk, we promise. Yeah, I've been told that before.
Yeah. Go milk a bull. Yeah, get milk out of that, right?
Yeah, right. You can milk me if you believe that. I mean, come on.
But no, it was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It was
in my life.
Like ridiculous, but funny. It ended up it's like people will feed them and they'll actually eat it.
Yeah, they'll feed them lettuce.
Why not? Is it not COVID? How safe can that be?
I don't know. This is from a few years ago.
Oh, this is pre-COVID.
What I've seen. I don't know if they're still. Hey,
post-COVID, they wear a mask until it's feeding
if they come
time.
to Tri-Cities, I'm there.
I'm there.
I want to see the milking and the body slam.
Is it the same gal that gets like? Is it choreographed? She gets body slammed every time.
I don't know. I don't know why they're a dance troupe either. I think there's like a choreography involved because they're all coming out together like sheep being herded.
Can you imagine though? It's like only in Seattle would this be a dance troupe. Seriously.
This is in Canada though. So they might be pretty nice. People like signed up for this. Like I didn't know what it was, but it's pretty fun.
You know,
they think it's fun.
There are tons of kids there.
They're all dude.
Here, let me reach between your legs and yank on this for a while till white stuff comes out. And the kids are just,
So in between, it's like they have like this artificial sack of milk.
And it's like a nipple.
Yeah. And then
but it's directly in between their legs. And the guy just reaches in and starts wanking.
And it's a girl that he's doing that to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a girl. She's just, and then she's done milking. So she just kind of trots away. Like,
I don't know.
To those of you who are involved, I mean, kudos to you. Very believable. But man, I don't know.
They even have the little bells and shit.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Like if you thought it was funny when people were clogging all over the stage a few years back.
Oh, I don't.
This is, what was that called?
The rain dance?
Yeah.
The river dance.
River dance.
Well, wasn't that guy like Swedish or something? Or
probably.
I don't know.
But it was the luck of the Irish that brought it to America.
And their arms are just straight. This would be their upper body.
So picture
lower body
river dance, but then now bend your back and keep your arms
imagine
like that, and then walking in
river dance where you're just acting like a sheep, doing nothing impressive at all.
That's it.
At least river dance, they move their feet weird.
Yeah.
Like this is like, I think anybody can come out and stare straight ahead and go.
Yeah, and they even have their little
slammed.
ears, so it looks like.
Oh yeah, they were like electronic, right? So they would like move.
I didn't pay attention to that. I
Either
just know
that
they stick out to the side like fucking Yoda or something. Sheep I am.
I'm gonna sheep I am. Milk me you will.
Shave me you
Stop
must.
you will not. Oh.
Right?
Coming almost.
Oh my god. It was I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I should title this Sheeple.
You could.
Sheep people. It was funny because the comments are like, "This is America for you," and then I was like,
"It's actually Canada."
Yeah,
yeah. We're not claiming
white
that.
people for you is what I was seeing a lot. And I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, you ain't wrong, but
I mean, I saw an Asian lady though. I don't know.
No, there was actually. So when I'm telling you, I looked into this. There was actually Asians, white guys, black people, like fucking Mexicans in there. It was pretty diverse, actually.
I'm finding it hard to believe.
I was shocked. The fact that they travel the world. You know what? Kudos to them though, because they're bringing smiles.
Ticket prices?
Oh, they're astronomical. You know how much it costs to feed a sheep?
Like, oh my God. I don't know.
Hey, they're bringing joy to people.
There were so many kids just standing around there watching her getting yanked. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, there was this one where the guy looks like he's humping the air or something.
He's just on the ground. Yeah,
he's like he's just like shaking. But at first I'm like, wait, is he mating or is he trying to mate?
No, he's doing that sheep masturbating.
Oh, hey, put that away. This is a family show.
Yeah, have you ever watched the monkey show? Where everyone shits in their hand and throws it.
God, that'd be crazy.
Oh,
Can you imagine I was getting hit by a monkey shit?
No. They're funny though.
Dodge it like the Matrix.
When I was a kid at the Portland Zoo, we were looking at the monkey exhibit when one monkey tried to get a little something from a girl monkey, and she was like not having it, so he got pissed and he just whacked himself off right there in front of us.
Wow.
We were just like,
oh, you ain't gonna give me none. Watch.
My mom started screaming. Oh, pushed us away. We're like, what, Mama?
And you know, this is where you and your wife talk.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know, you really hurt my feelings when I was like horny and you just walked away.
And you said no. So
remember
I was
when
trying
I had to whack myself in front of all those people?
You know what's funny too? That monkey probably didn't give two shits that he did.
Oh, he didn't care at all.
Well, no, I'm sure she didn't care.
Oh, she didn't.
She's like, oh, fuck you. I don't care, monkey.
nah, you got nasty balls.
You
Maybe if you took a
You
shower,
got stinky
fucker.
monkey balls.
He's like, fuck you, I can take care of myself.
I got this.
Stares down at all the kids, starts just telling her, hey, Mom, there's a monkey.
What the fuck?
Run,
Monkeys
rocket
are-
boy.
I guess besides humans, I think monkeys are one of the only species that actually mate for pleasure.
I'm sure they do. Well,
instead of
would they
mating-
masturbate if they didn't?
Well, I guess they do.
I
He
mean,
proved that.
he was.
But I think that's what I heard is they're the only other species that like does that for
That's crazy.
because they like to.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
guess have monkey sex.
Well, we came from the monkey, didn't we?
I don't know. I came from my daddy's nuts.
I only know one generation of where I came from.
Oh man, Sean Connery.
Salute Sean Connery.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died. Remember?
Yeah.
Like last
that?
year, I think.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, don't listen to his advice on marriage.
God, that was fucking-
I mean, I give him
Dude.
some respect, but
What did he say to Barbara? Was it Barbara
said-
Walters?
sometimes you have to smack her. If you've warned her once and she won't listen, all you're left with is a smack.
I know. I was like,
Okay.
whoa, dude.
Do you regret saying you hit women? No. Does she regret talking back? That's the real question. My name's Bond, goddammit.
I know. I'm James Bond.
I'm
bitch.
James fucking Bond.
Barbara Walters, you better watch out.
Listen, Barbara Wawa, you better step back.
What did
Keep the pimp hat
wait.
strong.
what did Sean Connery say on the Saturday Night Live?
Oh.
Something about Trebek.
That's what your mother said last night, Trebek.
I love that one.
Oh, God, that was great.
That was a funny one.
And then, what was it that Norm Macdonald was on there, and it was like this Texas guy, and he had like a big hat on, and he goes, Turd
He's
Ferguson,
Burt
call me
Reynolds.
Turd. Yeah, it was Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
And he goes, call me Turd Ferguson. Call me Turd Ferguson. Funny name. Yeah.
Yeah. And he drew a penis or something. That was his final answer.
What was when Sean Connery wrote it? It was like it looked like a number, and
Oh,
then when
that's
they
the one I
showed
was
the
thinking.
whole thing, it was your mother.
Yeah. Was that Ham? What's his name that played Sean Connery?
Yes, he did the Bill Clinton impression too.
Oh, he did great.
What the hell was his name?
You know, one of the best impressions
Hmm.
of a president that I think gets overlooked is Will Ferrell as George Bush.
Oh my God. Did you watch
I
his goodbye stand up where he was George Bush for like an hour? No. He does this part where he and his brother are like going into this old mine in Texas, and they get trapped, and he's like, my brother's like, stop breathing so hard, you're consuming too much air. And I'm like, I am terrified. Like, I don't know, that was a really bad way to show how funny it was, but he was hysterical in that. Like,
I think he does such a good impression. I've never heard people talk about it. I think his impression
was
of
great.
Bush is
I take
hilarious.
frequent cat naps. It's rubbing his eyes. The one where when he first won the election, and it was Dana Carvey as George Bush Sr., and then Will Ferrell,
yeah.
and they're out hunting,
Yeah.
and he almost like shoots him. He's like, can't do it.
You ain't Dick Cheney.
It's like, well, son, this is a very difficult job. You got to do what's right for the country. And he's like, yeah, Dad, I'm going to do such a good job. I think it's going to be so killer to be president. And then at the end, he's like, son, I think I got it out there. Why don't you go get it? Pulls the gun up. No, can't do it.
God. Dana Carvey, that guy is pretty funny.
Oh, he is funny. He did a killer Biden impression, I think it was.
God, Joe Biden.
I have a hard
good
time
Brandon
doing
impression.
a good Joe Biden impression,
Yeah.
but he did. Was it Dana Carvey that did it? He did. Oh yeah, it was Dana Carvey. He did like the father side of Joe Biden. Where it's like,
God.
come on, we can do this. My father, Scranton, New Jersey, worked hard all his life. Like it. Listen, watch Dana Carvey do it. The way he does it, it's so funny. He's like the motivational dad speaker.
Oh no.
It's like, and it's so true for Joe Biden. Like, come on, we used to work hard.
It's like me motivating my kids. I
Yeah.
don't have that factor. I don't know. Well, I think we should call it a day.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Just know, guys, I'll end with you need to know it's okay. It's good to be vulnerable. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy.
Do it.
Some people need it. I thought about doing it.
I've been there. I've done it.
I might need to do that.
I've done it. My brother's done it. Sorry, bro.
Hey, it's okay. And I think it's okay to admit honestly, if you've done it.
Like all it really is someone teaching you how to know how to deal with stuff.
Well,
that's all it is.
I think that's one way to talk because sometimes you just can't talk to someone.
And if you're not working on your relationship, you're killing your relationship. Just remember that.
Yeah. Hey. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know? It's okay, guys.
Be
it's okay
a bitch.
It's okay to be vulnerable and all that shit.
Do it. You can do it sexy. You don't have to. You don't have to be a baby about it.
Yeah, girl, I need to talk to you, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
I've been feeling a little down lately.
Yeah,
you know, it made me feel good.
Why cry on your shoulder?
Why don't you pull on my milking stick, baby? Come on,
I'm a milk stick.
I'm gonna fill a cup for you. Come on, baby.
Can you?
You can do
baby?
it. You can do it.
Just milk me.
Just be open. Be honest.
That's all I've ever wanted. That's my
love.
To be milk like a sheep.
Baby, can you milk me like a sheep? Come on, baby. I've been so backed up. My sheepness.
My sheep. I just want to be a sheep.
All right.
You guys have a good week. I will catch you next week. Yeah. Milk that sheep, motherfuckers. Don't.